Hey yo, what is good, Poke fans? Welcome back to another episode of PokeProfit. In today's video, we are going to discuss what kind of grades you can expect when using PSA grading service. Let's get into it. As the Pokemon hobby has experienced this boom in this past 2 to 3 years, naturally the grading agencies have experienced booms as well. I would say the top 3 at the moment are PSA, Beckett, and CGC. Those are your main contenders for grading Pokemon cards. I have personally used PSA and CGC. I have not used Beckett. There's reasons to use Beckett. From the things that I've heard about them, not the best customer service. Definitely has the highest premium on the market if you can manage to tag a black label 10 from Beckett. But you're going to be struggling to pick up one of those. Very rigorous grading criteria, I would say, for Beckett. Yeah, the strategy I would use if you want to use Beckett is maybe grade with one of these other grading agencies first. If the card gets, a 10, then maybe move on to using Beckett to see if you can pick up that black label 10. But if you're using CGC and you can't get a perfect 10, then you're not going to get a black label 10 with Beckett. Moving on to CGC, there are quite a few pros and cons to them. One of the major pros right now for CGC is that they're turning over cards much quicker than PSA is. Turnover time a lot better. However, the expected grades from CGC is not what you're going to be able to expect from PSA. CGC, again, very rigorous grading criteria for picking up a 10. Their perfect 10s are even tougher. And so I wanted to give a breakdown of some of the numbers that I personally have experienced with specifically PSA and why I believe currently PSA is still going to maintain the number 1 spot. CGC is an awesome grading experience. I prefer the slab that they use. However, the challenge of getting a 10 from CGC is going to be something that is a bottleneck for them. You got to think, like, me as a user or you as a user wanting to send off cards, you're probably going to want to send off cards to the place that you can have the highest expected return, right? And so with CGC, in my personal experience, if I kind of just think like off the top of my head, I'll run official numbers. I'll give you that in another video at some point. But it's probably about a 25 to 30% chance to get a 10. And we're talking like mint cards, like brand spanking new cards, either pack fresh or most of them pack fresh or straight out of a promo product. Yeah, not the best 10 ratio. However, with PSA, very different story. I have graded on this Excel spreadsheet that I have here 900 cards with PSA over the past maybe year and a half or so. And of the 900 cards, drumroll please, over 60% graded 10. 568 cards out of 900, 63.11% 10 ratio. That means for every 10 cards you send into PSA, you can somewhat expect 6 of them to come back as 10s. And if I were to drill down my numbers even more, I'm considering in this calculation, this set of cards, I'm considering some stuff that I had no expectation of getting a 10. The handful of 8s, some of the 9s, some of the 7s and 6s on here, some of the 1 through 5s, like the lower grades were some of like my old collection and things that I sent in more so to encapsulate and preserve. And that's like, now looking at, CGC has such a pretty case. Those kind of cards, I'd probably actually rather grade with CGC. But the cards that I'm looking for that 10 on, I'm going with PSA. As I was saying, the cards that I'm looking to get that 10 out of right now, I'm probably sending off to PSA. However, we have a new hurdle, right? CGC, I think the lowest cost at CGC, if you were to do bulk grading without subgrades, which is a ding, definitely, on CGC as far as like selling on the market goes. If you just want to encapsulate it, not an issue, but reselling it, you're going to have an issue. Minor, but people really prefer having those upgrades, which cost like an extra $12 or something per card, which is kind of pricey. Quite pricey. I'd like to see CGC bring that down. However, CGC lowest tier, I think if you're a member and you're using their bulk pricing, I think you can get a $13.50 per card grading with CGC. And with PSA right now, their lowest tier is $30. It was $18 for the month of July. I hope many of you capitalized off of that opportunity. I do think that PSA is periodically going to do that. It's possible that PSA is going to open up the discounted bulk grading tier for Labor Day, which is the first weekend in September. So until then, I'm going to be stockpiling my cards. The ones that, again, I'm searching for the 10 in. If they don't open up something that weekend, then I'm expecting something for Black Friday. Hopefully they have a discounted grading tier then. And then eventually, PSA will get to a spot where they can consistently offer a bulk priced grading tier. $30 per card for many cards is unreasonable. Like a $30 card is already expensive. A $30 grading price to be able to grade that card is expensive. Everybody's collecting different, right? Some people are working with $100 cards, some people are working with $5 cards. And so I wouldn't recommend grading a $5 card. It's going to be very, very tough for you to get your value back unless it's just something that you want to encapsulate. I would recommend looking at the higher tier cards if it's something that you're wanting to turn a profit on. But again, it makes it very challenging at $30 a card to be able to turn that profit consistently. PSA, really hope that you give us a little bit more manageable price here to be able to do our bulk grading. And again, until they bring those prices back, I am most likely just going to be sitting on my cards. Again, CGC is very, very challenging to get 10s with. They do have much better turnover at this point in time, probably because they have a lot less demand for their grading service. It's starting to heat up. They're definitely getting more momentum. I would love to see, love to see PSA get to that spot as well. Because again, the difference in trying to do this and turn a profit, sending to a grading agency that you can expect about a 30% 10 ratio, if that. That's pretty high, because again, I'm sourcing like pristine cards, and so to get 30% 10, it makes me scratch my head. Makes me wonder if they're doing a little bit of population control. I'm not totally sure. I don't know. Kind of interesting. However, PSA 63% 10s to me makes it so much more manageable. If you get better and better at sourcing your cards, again, a lot of these were included that I knew would never get 10, so if I pulled those out, we'd probably be closer to a 7 out of 10 ratio, 70% chance of getting a 10 on mint, pack fresh, clean Pokemon cards with PSA grading. Hope this video helped. I know I rambled a bit, but it's tough making these decisions, right, on which grading agency to use. There's just not the best information out there. My own research just by using the grading agencies quite a bit and getting to see kind of what I can expect from both of them has given me a lot of insight. And so again, I hope the numbers can help you. Again, everybody's making their own decision. You have to know why you're grading. If you want to encapsulate something, keep it pristine, maybe consider CGC. You'll get them back faster. If you want to try to turn this into a little bit of a side hustle for yourself, or have your own store, whatever your mission is with the grading, I hope this video can help again, allow you to make that decision with better information. And yeah, PSA, best shot at a 10 you're gonna have. Best shot at a 10 you're gonna have. Oh, and I just forgot, today's giveaway is going to be the tag team trio beautiful from the Japanese Tag Team All-Star set. Yeah, I love this card, dude. The little babies together. Oh, it's such a cool card. PSA 10. All you have to do to enter is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below which grading agency you're choosing to grade your Pokemon cards. Until next time, I'll catch y'all Pokefans later. Peace!